Hi, Leo. Welcome to your reading. My name is Edgar Mendez, and today's reading is going to be focused on what do you need to know most? The readings have been really interesting. I am so grateful you're all here. I'm so thankful as well. And I want to give a big shout out to those that support me and that like and comment. That does help me out. I'm so grateful. Anyway, I also have some services open. I have healing, but I'm being called to Randy. I do have one-on-ones, like personal one-on-ones. Yeah, sorry. Like over Zoom. I do have those open. I feel guided to tell you that. So yeah, there you go. But I do have healings and stuff as well, and Akashic Karma clearings. I will be drawing tarot as I'm a little burnt out. So let's take a look here. Can we see Metatron? Metatron, can you tell me what's like? Oh wait, I forgot. I did these readings yesterday, and I took a break. We're going to look at what we're discussing. So what is the topic about, right, for Leo? Let's see. What's this topic about? All right. Your topic's quite complex, by the way. We have the Hanged Man here. You're definitely looking at life and wondering why things aren't changing and evolving in the way that you really want them to. It feels like you're not really gaining that perspective no matter how much you look at things. And a really good example for this is when we are continuously doing the same thing, right? And wondering why we're not seeing something, right? Why are we not seeing like a different approach to something, right? You're being asked to take a step back, not look at it from a different angle, but take a step back all entirely. And this is what's going to help you, because what we have came out with was the Eight of Swords, and it's, you think looking at it long enough will help you see something. It won't, because you need to just stop it, right? So whatever this is in reference to, like, let's say you were thinking about a creative idea for a business, or you're wondering if you should try starting some new hobby or something, whatever's getting you stuck, basically. Or maybe you're wondering if you should be with a person or not. You need to just stop thinking about that for a while. Really stop. Like, take a break. And I don't mean like a walk. I mean, like, literally, they do this a lot, by the way. He traps himself all the time. It's his thing. Anyway, sorry, it's like I was to save him. But your thing, Leo, is that you're looking at the same thing, wondering. You don't want to let go of this until you figure out the solution, but you're being asked, you're going to need to. That's the point, right? You need to let this go to figure out the solution you're not seeing. We have the Four of Cups, a lot of apathy here as well. There is something you just can't see, though. And it's interesting because you need to take a step back. And the fact that that cup is overflowing in back of you is not a coincidence, all right? It just isn't, all right? We have the Lovers in this reverse. This is a situation that you're going to have to come apart from, and you're not sure about it. It feels like you may make choices and like with finality in him. And I do understand that, we always like to make a choice and let that be the last choice we make. But can we all be real about that? It's like you tell someone you can't forgive them, and what do you do later on? You forgive them, right? You say you'll never do this, and all of a sudden, you see a reason to do it, right? There's something like this going on here. I think you want to have an experience that makes things final, and you need to be more open to the fact that we shift a lot. Do we not? And we do evolve and change, just like humanity does. And that's kind of the thing, right? But it's in reference to a situation you're looking at that you wanna find a conclusion to, but there's no conclusion yet, right? Because you can't see it. All right. And we also have the Ace of Wands. Again, I see a new creative idea or something else. Like, let's say you're like, I want to start your own business, but you're having a hard time figuring out the idea. What if you took a painting class and drew on inspiration? Then you could figure it out that way, right? I know that things seem crazy. Like, that seems like a crazy thing. Like, well, how could painting help me? But these things do help. And it will help you. I feel like you need to manifest a new direction right now. And that's the key. That's what we're talking about. Very complex thing. I got it, but there's complexity here. It's important that you recognize what you're doing to try to solve something isn't working, and you need to stop doing it. That's the point, right? So let's see what Metatron wants to say. Like, what does Leo? I almost said Aries, by the way. I wanted to let you know that I almost said it. What does Leo? I need to know most about this. Let's see what's going on here. I do see it getting a lot better for you. I feel like there's heartache here, by the way, quite a bit of it. Yeah, that's funny. I feel like there's quite a bit of heartache here, and it will subside. All right, I see it subsiding. All right, we have the Hermit in its reverse. Yeah, the Hermit reverse seeks of isolation, right? I think you need to start to contact people and interact with more people. I don't think you need their opinion. I think you need maybe the joy they bring into your life, or the happiness that they bring in, or even let's say, sometimes conversations pop up and they're so crazy, but it matches what you needed to hear, right? I see that actually being your experience in the future. We have the Knight of Wands in its reverse. Yeah, surrendering right now, the situation, surrendering to this is the key for you to figuring everything out. Two of Wands. And Two of Wands is all about expansion. I am getting strong Taurus energy here. There is a stubbornness here, but it's not what it means. I feel a part of you may not want to find the solution, which is why you're not taking this path or this road. That's actually what I heard, road, yet. I think you do want it, right? I think you want it a lot more than you're saying, or a lot more than you're giving yourself credit for. And there is a need for you to push through any kind of blockage that you have. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what card is the card. Sorry, there's like so many that want to be Queen of Swords. Interesting. I see you a little bit jaded as well, okay? And I think you're going to get more and more jaded the more and more you focus on things. So right now we have the Eight of Cups as your overall. There's need to, again, walk away from this. And it's not forever. It's just you need to let go of this. It's like there's no way you're going to figure out a solution. You would have already, right? How long is a good question. That's actually something I used to ask myself when I was dealing with my twin stuff. I was like, how long have I been here? And that jolted me out. I think you need that experience. I'm not saying this is about love, by the way, though it could be. But whatever your situation's about, you need to use. I use that personally. Time was a good one for me. But whatever yours is, I don't know. I wanted to say inspiration, but it's hard to say. I don't know. You got to figure it out. But mine was time, and that jolted me enough. It will jolt you enough as well. The bottom, we have the Prince of Wands. This is actually going to be, and I want to say the page, but I'm not sure about this deck. I forgot. I forgot those. I believe it's going to be the Knights, but we'll see. We'll see if I see it. But the Prince of Wands energy is telling me you need to look at some other things right now. Get some other perspectives right now, and gain some clarity. It's interesting. You may have a block in another area of your life that's keeping you from seeing the solution here. So keep yourself open to that. I don't see that really being the case. What's really standing out to me with that Eight of Cups is the Star. Star is all about hope, right? Know that there is more hope walking away from the situation than there is staying. And that's something that I know is hard to hear. I know it's hard because it's hard to say, but it's where it's at right now. Let's take a little bit more here. Let's see a little bit more. What else Metatron does Leo need to know? Let's see, what else does Leo need to know? We have some interesting energy. This is going to be reversed. We have the cosmic ancestors reversed. This is telling me you need to break an ancestral pattern. But I feel here with this voice your concerns and it's reverse, I feel like the message here is you may not be voicing your concerns, or you may not be letting all the parts of you speak. And you need to make sure you're allowing that to happen. We also have align your universe. I think that's very interesting because it has navigate distractions. I think with the thing that you are very hung up on, that you seem to be possibly obsessing about, or you're very stuck on, yeah, it's a distraction from your happiness, and you need to be more open to that truth. Right now, that truth we have as the overall. Because I was going to start shuffling. We have soul fragments. Balance will be restored. I actually see you being in a good energy soon, but you need to let go of something. It's key. They're saying two more. We have secret temptation, being led astray. Yeah. I think when you have these ideas that you should let go of this, you feel like it's wrong, or it's not the right thing, or there's something about it that you should worry about. I actually think that it's the opposite. I think you holding on to this is what you should be worried about, not letting go. Because you let go of it, you can just grab it right back again. That was no big deal. And you really can. I'm not joking about that. I'm going to be real honest with you. How many times have we backpedaled? I know I've backpedaled a lot. And I think you know that too. So I feel like there's maybe a limiting belief, or it's like a thought pattern that tells you letting go of this is wrong. I actually think it's right. And you need to start following that heart of yours. We also have lead the way. It's interesting. This is telling me because we have the cosmic ancestors. Your family has a pattern of whatever you're dealing with as well, to a certain extent. And when you do it first, you will help them follow. No, so they will follow you later, and they will be able to navigate this easier. So know that you're not just helping yourself when you do this. You're helping your family, and you're helping the people that you'll eventually come into contact with. I almost said virtually. We have timing is critical. I think that's very interesting here as well. I'm not saying timing is running out, but I feel you've wasted a lot here, and it's about time you jolted yourself out of this circumstance. All right. Let's look a little bit deeper at this. Is there any last thing, a Metatron, that you want to say, that you want to state to them? I almost said states the being's light. We have a Five of Pentacles here. Interesting. We have the Three of Pentacles as well. It does require you to let go of something that you truly did want and truly believed was yours. I really feel that too. I know it's mine. It's not that it's not yours per se, but with the Two of Pentacles here is I feel like you need to make a choice. What choices you're making aren't helping. Now it's time to try a little bit of a different choice, a different approach here. We have as well the World. Interesting. It's all about that shift. But the World's reminding me of the fact that it's the fixed modality, and I haven't used tarot in a long time. It's weird to use these cards, but it's reminding me of the fixed modality. I see you starting a brand new cycle, but it does require the completion of your old one. The fact that it's upright means it has completed. You just haven't done anything with it. What are we gonna do about that? Is the question, right? And this is going to be Archangel Michael here. I don't know if he's normally the one that's here, but it's Archangel Michael is the one who's going to help you with this. We have Temperance with the Tower. I know that it's going to be a big shift for you. I know it's going to be quite painful if you let go of this. And I know that it's going to be, you're going to be very worried as well, because this thing you're holding on to, it had a path or a trajectory or a destination that you really want, or you really believed was yours, or you really believe could make you happy. And the fact that you had to let go of this and honestly leap into mystery, right? Leap into something unknown is scary as right. And that's kind of where you're at. So I think that's the fear that I'm seeing as well. So you really need to ask yourself, what's holding me back here? All right. They would like for you to start to practice a little more tarot as well. I know it's an odd thing to say. I don't know why that came through, but they would like for you to do that. I don't know why why I'm drawing so much now, but I don't know. It is what it is. Tarot is how I started out, by the way, everyone. But our gifts open and close all the time. I want to get some guidance for you now. I want to get some really loving guidance for the Leo viewers. And again, this reading has been for all of yous. All right, let's take a look here. We have the Knight of Wands. You need to really look at what burns you out and what keeps you from really fulfilling your inspiration. I feel like you have bursts of inspiration, but it never lasts. Why? That's a good question, though. Why? Because that Queen of Pentacles is very focused on those details. What's happening with that? What pattern am I going into that's burning me out? And I think you need to figure that one out for yourself, Leo, because there's a pattern. It could be ancestral that actually came through, but I think there's more than that. I think you may actually have a pattern. I want to give you a good example of how I used to see it. I had a friend, and I'm pretty sure she still watches, but I know that she struggled maintaining inspiration because she used to watch TV, or she'd give into that. You need to look at something like that. It's something that you're doing that's distracting you, that's burning through your inspiration. Inspiration is so hard to cultivate, right? And you need to really look at what's stopping that. A really good thing to do is have maybe like a ritual or like a pattern where you gain inspiration. I'm gonna give this because it just came through. Her energy popped through. I gotta be honest, but she would like the scribbles right on a paper, and it would pop her inspiration up. So I think something like that could work for you. But it's key. You need to do something that you can cultivate inspiration with. We have the Two of Pentacles reversed. I think that's very interesting. Your life's not changing because of that pattern. I actually see it changing in a really big way if you can really solve this. We have the Hangman reversed. This is about getting back on your feet. But we have the Four of Swords here. Something's holding your inspiration back. That's key, right? The first and last card. Something's clearly holding your inspiration back. It's you, because it's the mind with the Four of Swords and that being air. Again, like the tarot stuff just popping through my mind now. Anyway, but it's key. It's something about your mind, something about how you see things. With the Judgment here, I actually see you having a really good life trajectory if you can solve your inspiration issue, right? And I don't think it's like it's not about getting it, it's about sustaining it, and how to really make the most out of it. That's the thing you need to figure out, and how to direct it properly as well. They say that one, that's a good one for you, but I think you're okay on that one, to be honest with you. I think you just need to, I don't think you get how fleeting it can be, right? I know that when I'd have it was fleeting, and it is because it's supposed to be. Inspiration burns fast. Yeah, like the sun. Sorry, it is like the sun. It really is like that. All right. Let's see a little bit more. Any lasting Metatron? Okay, we are switching over. We have Kuan Yin who steps forward. We have communication. We also have patience coming through as well. And then we have dive deep. I find it very interesting. I feel like you really do need to start to pay attention to how you communicate with the self. I think others is also going to be illuminating for you. One of the things that they are suggesting that you look at is how you may give advice. I think there's, I don't like saying it like this, but I'm going to, I think there's some issues there, right? You may be giving advice that you may be taking that's not correct. So be careful with that one person. It's not like don't give the advice, but be aware of what you're giving out. But with this patience and dive deep, you do need to take the time to dive deep into the self to learn more about yourself, because you're not going to make it very far if you're not solving that pattern. And that's why this is what you need to know most. I see you having a lot to offer this world, and not being able to offer it because of something so simple to move through. And it feels like it truly is a pattern. Let me see what it is. We have the devil reverse. It's something that chains you down. I think you feel like it doesn't impact you. I want to give you a good example of this. I did bring your energy up. You may have a lot of failures in your past that hold you back and make your inspiration, oh, I don't know what the word is, restricted. Yeah, or blocked. Yeah, it's something that it doesn't affect me anymore. But the fact that it's still here in this energy means it still does. It affects parts of you that you're not honoring. All right. I just want to make sure about that, because I'm pretty sure it's a pattern. But I think some of you, it's also a failure you have. Actually may be it. But I think there's an internal pattern that stops the flow as well. All right. I think that's it. I want to thank you, Leo. Thank you for spending time and space with me. Please don't forget to like and comment and check out my services as well. And bye.